Hi, Jim. How
Hi,
are you?
I'm good. My name's Jim, and I'm traveling full-time in the van with 4 dogs, 3 Cavalier King Charles Spaniels and a German Shepherd.
Wow.
And
How long have you been on the road?
we started in March of this year. So
Excellent.
not a whole long time, but we started, it was the end of spring and it was still kind of cool. So we headed down into Texas and then New Mexico, stayed in New Mexico for a couple months, and then we started north, and we've traveled from New Mexico into Colorado, swung back over through Kansas, up into Nebraska, spent a month or so in South Dakota, then came over into Wyoming, up into Montana, and we spent a couple months in Montana, and we just left Montana a few days ago, and we're down here in Honey's Arco Park in Arco, Idaho,
Yeah.
enjoying it here.
Awesome. So where did you come from?
From Overland Park, Kansas.
And is that your home base? Or?
That's home base, and actually I use my daughter's address as my permanent address, and she takes care of mail and things for me. And
Nice. And what did you do before this?
I'm a retired police dog handler.
Nice.
Yeah, so we had to keep dogs in the line here, and my work dogs passed on now, but these guys are just companions.
Very nice.
We're using a 2012 Chevy Express 2500 van.
What year is this?
It's 2012, and it's got the extended body. This was actually a enterprise rental that they leased to just one company, though. So I was happy with that, and when I got it, it was just empty in the back. It does have a limited slip rear differential, which helps a little bit when we're in the back country.
Nice.
And so I bought it last summer, and over the fall and winter I converted it into the camper.
Nice.
So some of the things we did, one of the things my Shepherd was used to having a bench seat and a pickup to lay down on, so this has bucket seats. So one of the things we did is I made a platform in here for her. It's okay, girl. Let me open this. Made a platform for her that extends from the dash all the way to the back of the seat and over into the center a couple inches extra. And she has a lot better spot to lay down on now, especially when we're driving. But she likes to get in here and lay up here most of the time. We've got
Nice.
storage all down in here. Got some recovery gear under the seat.
Very nice.
Safety triangles. Behind each of the seats is 2 100 amp hour AGM batteries. I'm running a 24 volt system, so each pair of 2 are wired in series, and then the 2 pairs are wired in parallel. So actually I have 200 amp hours of 24 volt power.
Very nice. I can't believe you have 4 dogs in here. That's amazing.
Well, the small ones are only about 20-some pounds, so they're not too bad. But nighttime, I have a full-size bed in the back. We'll see. They all come back on the back with me. Sometimes Coda stays up here. Sometimes she comes back with us.
Yeah.
So let me close this on back up.
I love that cover.
Oh, this cover is great. It's one of the best things I've bought for the van, because it has the window openings on the sides with the screens, so we can open the windows at night and have some ventilation through without getting bugs.
That's awesome.
So it is nice.
I've
It's
never
very
seen
good.
them with the screens in them. I've only just seen the
Yeah,
canvas
it's an
ones.
option. It costs a little bit more, but it's well worth it
Definitely.
for sure.
Definitely. And how do you keep your door open? This door?
Oh, this one, everything runs on bungees around here. So yeah, I just hook it up here and hook it to the wheel. That holds it open a little bit further so they can get in and out easier.
So it's not
I got a
slamming.
pair of collapsible steps mainly for the Cavaliers, but Coda the Shepherd uses those too.
And you have some dog beds out here so that
I
they
do,
can
yeah.
relax.
And they break down when we're traveling. They go in a bag on the back. And we've got a few things I'll show you as we go around here. On the roof, I've got 4 solar panels. They're each 210 watts, so I've got a total of 840.
That's massive.
And I've actually got a separate 300 watt Dokio folding panel that I can put out too. If I want to park the van in the shade, then I've got 50 feet of extension cord. I can put that panel out, you know, in the sun. That's while great. We stay in the shade. This is one of my little safety projects I did. I've got 3 of them, but we've stayed some places where there's been traffic coming by us, and sometimes they don't slow down very much. Yeah. So I put these out now and try to keep people slow.
Nice.
Also on the roof, well, I've got a TV antenna on this side, but I've actually never used it. I thought I was going to be tuning into TV, but I don't watch the news anymore, and I just really, if I'm going to watch anything, it's usually a movie on Netflix or Prime, or go on YouTube and watch some videos. But on the back here, that Togo is it takes a cell signal and then broadcasts it back out as a little Wi-Fi network. So about 30 feet around my van, I've got my own little network.
Really?
And also, if I'm somewhere that has Wi-Fi, like here in Scars Park, he has Wi-Fi provided if you want to use it. I could log into his Wi-Fi and it will then rebroadcast it out as my network.
Nice.
So it's like an extra layer of security also.
Nice.
Because if you don't have a password, you can't get into my network.
Right. And you also, do you have a fan up there?
Yeah, I've got a Max Air fan. It's closed right now because it was 29 degrees last night.
Yeah.
We closed it.
It was cold last night.
Yeah. But I've got a Max Air fan in the back, and that's kind of nice because it pulls the air from the front all the way through.
Yeah. Do you have a second fan up front?
I don't.
But it just comes from the windows, your cross ventilation?
Yeah, from the windows. I've got a 12-volt fan that's pointed down like a Coda.
Oh, okay.
So a lot of times I'll just turn that on, and when it's warm, keep her cool.
Okay. So you have a swing away?
Yeah, swing away hitch. So I built my own platform and used Bob Wells' idea of, storage on there, and just everything's held on with ratchet straps.
Awesome.
And then in the back here, of course I can't get this door all the way open, but I can get it open enough to open this door. I've got storage underneath that I've got. The bed's actually a 3/4 inch piece of plywood that is built up about this high.
Okay.
And I've got storage bins that are under there. I've got 6 pretty big ones. So one's like food, one's clothes, one's tools. So got things broke down a little bit.
An extra propane tank?
An extra 20-pound propane tank, and there's a one up front that's powering the heating and the cooking. This is dog food. Because of the dust that gets in the van when you're traveling, especially on backcountry roads. Yeah, it comes through, even though it's got the rubber seal, it still comes in.
Right.
I put my hang-up clothes in garment bags, and this over here has towels in it. It's all towels. It's a hanging shelf unit, and I roll up the towels and put them in there because with 4 dogs, you go through a lot of towels.
Oh, I bet.
These are the extension cords for the solar panel, the folding one.
Yeah.
They're 25 foot.
I need
each.
one of those.
Yeah, and these are Gold Zero brand. I found them on Amazon.
Okay.
I couldn't believe it. They were like 25 bucks a piece.
Really?
It was a great deal.
I have to find that.
And they're really heavy duty.
Nice.
And that down there is a little fence type thing, because I've been a couple places in the desert where there was a lot of cactus,
Oh,
And I
okay.
didn't want to tie the cavaliers up, but I didn't want them going out and getting in the cactus.
Right.
So I would make kind of a corral area around the side, from the side of the van.
Nice.
And it gives me about 10, 12 foot circle.
Great.
And it just kind of contains them, but still allows them to be free.
Right.
So on this side, I've got an antenna that's for the cellular signal, and I've got the two directional antennas at a 45-degree angle to each other, which is the optimum for the 4G. And I use on the other side, on the ladder rack, I use broom holders and hose clamps, that when I put this up and it goes up, it's a 12-foot painter's pole, and I put it up about 10 feet. So those hold it secure up there when it's extended.
Nice.
And on the side here, I've got electric input for shore power, and for the folding solar panel, I've got an SAE.
That's great.
Inlet.
That's ingenious.
And those go into the, you'll see that I've got an all-in-one energy panel in there. But
So which one's this?
okay, this is the youngest one. This is Berkeley.
Hi,
Berkeley's
Berkeley.
9 years old.
Oh,
He's the son of Elton, who I have two of the two older Cavaliers are brothers,
nice.
and they're Elton and Beethoven. And this is the son of Elton. So you'll see those guys inside.
They're very sweet.
Let's go around the front, the side rather. And excuse me.
See, you have recovery boards here.
Yeah, just in case we get stuck somewhere.
Do you keep tools and stuff?
No, actually the tools are in here because I wanted to keep the weight off this. Mainly in here I've got like paper towels, toilet paper, stuff that's bulky but lightweight.
Yeah.
And
great idea.
in here I've got like a hose to refill my water jugs. Let's see, my white vinegar, I've got a jug of white vinegar in there, and I keep using my oil in there too. I keep a
It's a great use of outdoor space.
jug of oil.
And
And
what's
then
this?
this is a collapsible ladder that I use to go up onto to clean the solar panels,
Nice.
or to put up the cellular antenna.
Very cool.
And the 5-gallon bucket is actually just for trash.
Oh, okay.
I actually, in the very beginning, I had a 5-gallon bucket that with the snap-on lid
Mm-hmm.
to poop in.
Yeah.
But when I built this, I didn't realize I didn't leave enough space. So the cubby area that I wanted to put it in to get it out of the way, it wouldn't fit. So I switched, but I'm really happy I did switch because I found a much better solution.
Yeah, nice.
Um,
So you're making use of every single inch, aren't you?
Yeah, this actually had those plastic covers on the doors,
Okay.
and I took those off because I wanted to use the door space. So I've got all my shoes and boots actually in the doors right here. That's my total footwear. I've got harnesses for the dogs. These are tie outs. I could tie out to a tree if we're somewhere I need to keep them in control. But like when we were in the desert, there was nowhere to put these, tie them onto. So
Right.
that's why I have the little corral fencing
Okay.
if
That
I
makes
need to
sense.
keep them contained. And what we do for water is I use these water bricks. They're 3.5 gallons each, and I've got 8 of them. There's
Oh,
3,
wow.
there's 4 there, and there's actually one sitting back there. And then on the other side over in there is a 20-pound propane tank.
Nice.
And that propane tank has a hose that comes up here, goes over, it's right in there, comes around, and this is it, comes down to my Olympian Wave 3 heater that I've got mounted there.
Nice.
That's our heating, and then I've got 3-burner propane stove
Okay.
for cooking.
Now, is that mounted to your table there?
It's not, it's loose, and what I do is I just close it down and bungee it when we're traveling.
Okay.
But it lives there, but I just close it and I put all the stuff, in different places.
Okay.
So, and I've got a recliner swing too
That's
is
nice.
really cool. This was one of my higher purchases, but
I like that.
it is really comfortable. I just don't have it up yet. Now, what I do use for going to the bathroom is this folding chair. And, well, it's folding toilet seat, but you can put that cover on and use it actually as a chair too. But show you this real quick. It's really cool. It's kind of pricey, but it's stainless steel. It's really sturdy.
Nice.
And it's just the right height. You take a regular grocery bag, put it on this ring, and this seat goes for about $50.
Ooh.
But if I remember correctly, I think this is stainless steel. It's really sturdy, and you just sit this ring down in here, and there you go.
Nice. Couldn't be easier.
No, it's great. And like I said, I mean, it's really sturdy.
Yeah, that's not going anywhere.
I think it's rated up to 300 pounds.
Awesome.
So yeah, very comfortable. Great way to do it.
Awesome. Now, are these your doggy steps?
Yeah, these folding dog steps, and like I mainly got them for the Cavaliers, but Coda uses them too, the Shepherd.
Okay.
And Coda was it for a while. She would jump kind of as she went up in there, and she would collapse them down.
Oh, wow.
So I use a piece of wood and I brace it now, and that holds it up. But I had also got this RV step, figuring that, you know, she might want to use that, but she doesn't. She prefers to use the steps, but this is great for me. I can step up in here now.
Oh, great.
And I tell people this is like getting into a space capsule, because it's really kind of tight and compact in here.
I noticed.
If you can, and probably the easiest way to get in here is step here and then step here.
Okay.
And come in. And I'll show you in here if you want to come in, and let's throw this guy down there. Yeah. And then come on in, and now I'll show you what's in here. Already told you wave 3 heater. I've got some storage here for honey and M&Ms and white or apple cider vinegar and coffee beans, and I got a couple mugs and stuff like that.
Nice.
I got this off Amazon. Great for like vegetables and fruit, because it swings back and forth.
Yeah, and it doesn't get bruised.
Yeah, because that's what was happening when I was just laying it down. It would be rolling all over the place.
Yeah.
I've got a banana hanger here.
Oh,
And
that's great.
this is a 12-volt fan for keep Coda cool.
Nice.
And actually, I just took this apart yesterday because I'm going to replace one of the monitors. But this is my MPP solar all-in-one. It's a 24-volt system, and this will take the power from the solar panels or from the shore power.
Okay.
And it has a switch in there that it will combine them, and it has a charger, a 60 amp charger for the batteries, and it also has a 2400 watt inverter.
Oh, nice.
Pure sine inverter, and it will switch back and forth between the shore power or the solar power, whichever is there, or it'll use them both together to charge the batteries and to power the load. And these are just monitors up here. These I have temperature monitors in the refrigerator and the freezer. I actually bought a small refrigerator first, and when I got it, I realized it was too small. It wasn't going to meet my needs.
Yeah.
So I put it there between the seats and use it now as my freezer, because they can, you know, depending on what you set the temperature at, either of these could be refrigerator or freezer.
So you're sitting on another
And I
one?
got this big boy here. Yeah, this is an Ice Co. And it's, I can't remember how big it is, but it, you know, it lifts up this way, the refrigerator. I could open it.
It looks like a 48 quart, maybe.
Yeah, it might be. I don't know. I just keep a couple of towels on it. Came with the cover, which is nice. And
nice.
yeah, it's pretty good size. It does have a rack, but I took the rack out because I can get more stuff in without the rack.
Yeah, really.
Stuff it in there. Yeah, so I've been real happy with it. It's performing great. For my main kind of drawer storage, I got these plastic units from Staples, actually. They're Bella brand, B-E-L-L-A. What I like about them is they have latches.
Oh.
So they like lock and they won't open.
Where'd you get them? Amazon?
No, Staples.
Staples.
Office supplies.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, so it's working out pretty good.
I'm gonna have to look into those because I don't have any that lock, and I'm afraid they'll just come flying open.
Oh yeah, my Dremel, and I got a new Victron battery monitor that I'm gonna put up in here instead.
Sweet.
I'm looking forward to that. That'll help keep track of the batteries.
Carbon monoxide detector and everything?
Yeah, I do. I have, this is a combination smoke and carbon monoxide, and then I have down here I have a propane monitor.
Okay.
I have a switch circuit breaker box for the incoming power and the outgoing AC power.
Nice.
What else to tell you about? That's about it on that. It's just some dry food storage. I use the 3-burner stove. I got this. It's a Bass Pro Shops one. Really nice. I like it. I had a different one before this, and the regulator started messing up, so I ended up switching to this, and it's been doing real good.
Very cool.
Back here, you can slide in there. Just sort of storage. We got spices, and mason jar has flea powder in, homemade flea powder. Some more stuff here. My coffee grinder, Magic Bullet. I use Ryobi power tools with rechargeable batteries, and so I got this fan too, which is nice because it really moves the air around back here. And this is where my computer is, my laptop. It lives there. And then back here, got a full-size bed. It's 48 inches wide, and the full width. I can actually stretch out lengthwise. I usually sleep with my head up here. These are just extra pillows that the dogs lay on. But I brought the TV from home. It's 43-inch LCD TV. And, you know, it'll power it, but I rarely use it. I usually end up just watching stuff on the laptop. I've got a small 7/10 cubic foot microwave.
Oh, he's hiding back there.
Yeah, and that's a little rechargeable fan there. I've got a small Instapot. And,
oh, you have the mini?
Yeah.
I do too. That's nice.
Yeah, and it works well. And then, you know, I told you that the Togo is up there on the roof that sends out the Wi-Fi.
Mm-hmm.
That's running on AT&T right now.
Okay.
And when my contract with that runs out, they're not renewing them anymore. AT&T had a deal with Togo that you could buy a year of completely unlimited data for $360. But they didn't realize how much data people were going to be using, so they ended that. So as soon as it expires, then it's over. I also have a Verizon Jet Pack,
nice.
And that's usually what I connect to that directional antenna, because I have the leads are coming in here that attach to that.
And so this is just a regular shelf?
This is a shelf unit that actually the table part of it will fold down.
Oh.
But I realized very early on that I mismeasured the propane tank. So if I did fold it down, it would be sticking out a little bit.
Oh, okay.
And actually, it works better just leaving it up, because then I have the storage underneath for the water bricks and also for some food. And then I just the propane stove lives up there. I just collapse it down and bungee cord it when we're traveling.
Yeah, I see you've got tons of bungee cords everywhere.
I do. Everything's held together with bungee cords. Yeah, like here's one. This one straps around the computers to hold them back tight so they don't rock around.
Nice.
But yeah, there's I've got these shelf unit or the drawer units, pretty much all along the side here. I've got one more back here that you really can't see because I've got stuff stored up against it here. But I ended up getting these little gear hammocks. These are usually for boats, for marine use, but I found those on Amazon. And I use magnets. They're 160-pound magnets that hold it up really well. And this one has like some t-shirts and a fleece top, and I think there's shorts in there. And then this one over here I use for socks and underwear and dog snoods. Snoods are what you put these on them when
on their feet?
No, on their heads to keep their ears out of the food when they're eating.
Oh, really?
Snoods, S-N-O-O-D.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah. I've got lights back here too that, like for reading lights.
Nice.
But then I got the pod lights and I've got the LED strip lights that I can control.
Nice.
And on the walls, I've got 1 inch of
Isotherm?
Yeah, whatever it is.
Is it the pink stuff?
No, I think it was white. But, oh, you know what it is? It's EXP, extruded polystyrene.
Okay.
I think that's what it is. I've got 1 inch on the sides plus then the paneling on top of that.
Does that keep it pretty warm in here?
It does. And on the roof, I've got 2 inches.
Okay.
I've got, where the ridge, what do they call those, like ribs come across. In between those, it took 1 inch, and then I put another inch fully over the whole thing. So, yeah, it keeps us pretty nice. I've got another 12-volt fan back here. So, and here's the Max Air fan. So, it moves the air around pretty good. We're not too bad off here. This is 4 inch of memory foam, and we can all fit back here, believe it or not.
That's
even
amazing.
Sometimes Coda comes back, and it's a little cozy.
Oh my!
It's kind of cozy when we do. What I've got my feet on here is another storage container. I put kind of dry food and stuff in there, and it's actually one of the ones that has a gasket around it, so it seals up. But the good thing about this, it's a step for the Cavaliers to be able to get up onto the bed. So that works pretty well. And then I've got on top the storage bins, I've got other food, dog treats.
Oh, there's your Dokio panel. I have one just
you
like
see him
it.
there? Yeah, there he is. And I've also got under here, back in here, I've got the makings for a shower. It's a 24-inch diameter hot water heater spill pan, and that kind of contains all the workings for it. I use that to collect the water, and then hose, a suction thing pulls it up through a 12-volt pump, and it goes out through a RV water filter, so it filters water, and then pumps it back up to a head that I use, that piece of wood that you might have saw in the back there.
That.
That's to go across the doors of either the side or the back.
Okay.
And then I bungee cord, more bungee cords, a shower head up on top of that.
Okay.
And it just, I use a hula hoop to hold up 2 shower curtains.
That's awesome.
And that gives me privacy and also protects water from coming into the van.
That's awesome.
And just drops down and continues circulating around.
Now, do you find that these bins try to move, or do you bungee those too?
Actually, no, these don't. I put that,
the
what do you call that? Shelf liner stuff,
yeah,
but it's
grippy.
like grippy stuff. Yeah, I put that there, and these don't move at all.
Great. And does your paper towel try to come unraveled or
No,
anything?
because that's a ratcheting one. Sometimes if the wind blows in hard, it'll like blow a couple of them off, but it won't turn it. But
That's
yeah,
awesome.
Amazon again. Look for ratchet and paper towel holder.
That's great. I'm gonna have to look for that. And you use your little NutriBullet? Is that what
Actually,
that is?
yeah, that's what that is. It's a magic bullet.
Yeah, Magic Bullet.
I don't use it as much as I should. I should be making more smoothies and stuff.
Yeah,
But I'm kind of low maintenance cooker. I don't do a whole lot of cooking. Every once in a while, I get in a mood and I get out the cast iron skillet and I make like a one pan meal for me and the dogs, and we all share it. But yeah, there's
you have lots of dog food.
yeah, I got supplements. There's candy too, don't This is my little insect light.
Yeah, I have one of those.
Yeah,
Those
you
are
got
awesome.
You got one of those. Yeah, it lights.
Yep.
And it actually works, as you can tell by
Yeah.
the bugs that are on it.
That's actually hard to get clean. I have a little brush that came with an electric razor,
Oh, yeah.
and that's what I can stick down into the.
Oh, cool.
Into the
Well,
crevices.
I thought there was some way that you could take this apart, but I haven't figured it out yet.
Well, they say you can rinse it underwater, but I don't trust that.
No,
I don't feel
wouldn't
comfortable
either,
doing
no.
that. So I just take a little brush and stick it in there, and
I've just let them kind of build up. I take it out and I hit it and
Yep.
see if any will fall off.
so is that more food up there?
Yeah, these are actually dog biscuits, the little containers
Oh,
there.
okay.
And then here's some more snoods that they're the ones that are in use. And back here I've got a clock and I've got a temperature monitor for outside. And what else to tell you?
So you've got extension cords and everything. This is
Yeah, you
hooked
know
up to
what?
your inverter.
Yeah, and this is really cool because I found this extension cord. It is for stage use.
Oh, that's
So
heavy
it has
duty.
an outlet every 5 feet. I think it's every
Oh.
5 feet. Yeah, because see, here's one here. That's about 5 feet. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they go around, and here's another here. There's one over here, and it goes actually all the way around the whole back of the van, and actually drops down into the front.
Wow.
So I have that plugged into my inverter, and I can actually access the AC power everywhere.
That's great.
One of the other things I use that pipe insulation. There's the piece left. That's just up there for storage right now until I need it. But you probably see it on the doors.
Yeah, I
have
did.
pipe insulation stuck over because the edges of those openings are really short.
Right. That's a great idea.
So that pipe insulation is like $1.50 for 6 feet of it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's
really
awesome.
works well. Again, I've got USB outlet. You can't probably see it; it's back in here. But I've got cigarette lighter outputs. Let's see here. Let me
The
grab a
12
light.
volt.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I've got a bar for USB, and then I've got 12 volt cigarette lighter type.
Nice.
And I've got my Amazon. This is actually a tap. It does the same thing as an Echo, but just not as
One of those
elaborate.
speakers.
Yeah,
That's nice.
with Alexa. And hello, Alexa. She just answered.
She just woke up.
But it works off my network. So everything in here, like my computers, the Alexa, some stuff up in the front, it's all logged into my network. So my network, I can either use it off the AT&T, or if I'm not getting a good signal there, I can power up the Verizon Jet Pack or my phone and turn it into a hotspot, and then connect the Togo into that Wi-Fi, and it rebroadcasts it out.
Wow.
So I don't have to change everything. I only have to make change on the Togo setting to tell it what to connect to.
You're all set up. Do you pretty much have internet all the time then?
No, there's. I mean, if there's a bad cell signal, then I don't.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Like I was just up before I got here to Arco, stayed overnight in Bobcat Gulch off of US 93 up by North Fork, Idaho.
Oh.
0 cell signal there. There was none.
Yeah.
So yeah, we just had a quiet night. But I do have a DVD player here, but you can't see. You can look back here. Everything's kind of like jammed in here, but I have another shelf unit there, and on top of it is a DVD player and a Roku. So I could do that, but we could watch DVD movie on either on the TV or on the laptop.
Right.
So yeah, pretty good. And so far everything's been working out pretty good. It's there's always changes, you know, that you find ways to do things better, and
Sure.
I've made a few changes already in here. I'm really thinking about upgrading to lithium iron phosphate batteries.
That would be awesome.
That's probably my next thing that I'll do, just because I need a little more energy whenever. In the past week or so, we've been struggling to get the batteries powered up
Right.
because of all the smoke.
Yeah.
We had very little sun, so
Yeah.
the solar wasn't able to, you know, do its job.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. Right now here, the smoke's pretty much gone, and
Yeah, because it's been raining.
yeah, we're doing better.
It's actually really nice out today. This is Jim's backyard for a
Yep.
few days.
Yep. And that's it. You know, this inside the van here is kind of tight, but this is just for basically cooking and sleeping, and our living room's outside.
Yep,
And
absolutely.
yeah, up in the front, I've got a spot messenger type thing that works off satellites. So
Nice.
even if I'm somewhere that I don't have, that's the orange thing over towards the passenger side.
Oh, up there. Okay.
there?
Yeah.
It's a spot messenger, so I can send messages through satellite up to like 140 characters.
Oh, yeah, I've seen those.
And I can send check-in messages, or if we'd be in a bad situation, we can send distress messages, SOSs. And that all goes through satellite, so it works anywhere where you have a clear view of the sky.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So, yeah, that's about it. Unless you got some questions.
So, do you regret leaving your sticks and bricks?
No, not at all. No,
You like it out here?
we're enjoying it. We're having a good time. It's I only like to drive a few hours a day when we're traveling, and then when we find a good spot, I like to stay there for a week or two, and it's actually kind of nice because we get to explore the area a good bit, and it actually feels like a little bit like home.
Right.
So we do that as much as we can. We strictly boondock, so we're not going to any paid campgrounds or anything. One of the nice things here is SCAR has electric hookups,
Mm-hmm.
so I was able to get my batteries powered up, and we're good to go again. But normally we just run self-contained off the solar for the power and propane for the cooking and heating, and
Awesome.
we're doing good. I think the dogs like it. They enjoy going to new places all the
They
time.
seem very happy. They really do.
Yeah, they love it, and lots of new smells everywhere.
I bet.
So,
All right. Well, thank you, Jim, for showing us your home.
You're welcome. Thanks for the visit.
All right. You have a great day.
Thank you.
Bye.